And I think this is certainly the type of thing we have to work on. At stage 2, basically, what we ask our experts is to check whether after the merge of the FPI companies with the successful applicant consortium, I mean, the project is indeed of the value which is expected. We have also an ethical review of the full project proposal, and we ask the final consortium to take into consideration the remark made at the last review to prepare the final project to be approved by IMI. Perhaps before the next question, I would like to come back to the question about networking and how do you select your partners. There is one thing I would like to insist. IMI is not there to fund more of the same. So it means that we are really looking for innovative and possibly extremely innovative, I would say, project with some disruptive dimension and not just an incremental dimension. And to achieve this, I would recommend to really consider perhaps to look a little bit beyond or outside your network and to see how you can make your proposal stronger by using, cross-disciplinary, cross-cutting approach, and perhaps looking at the topic to think about a type of expertise that you are not familiar with, but who could add dimension to your project. And I mention this because it's clear that in the perspective of the industry, they are really looking for this. And perhaps if you can increase your strengths by having innovative ways to manage knowledge, to manage your database and things like that, to have, system biology approaches that you didn't consider so far. I don't, just examples, obviously, but to combine innovative imaging approach with other molecular approach. I mean, to have something which, again, is not more of the same. I think that this would really help to make your project attractive. And this is the type of question we also ask our evaluator to look at. Will this project at the end make a real difference? We want, and at the beginning it's a competition between consortium, but at the end we must be competitive, I would say, worldwide, and we are very happy to have some of our US colleagues, and by the way, we have close collaboration with our sister organization, so we try really to join forces when it's possible. But it means that the dimension of our project and the type of excellence we are looking indeed has to build upon the strengths in Europe, about innovative approach, and putting together people with different perspectives. And sometimes for this you have to go and to look a little bit outside your daily network, I would say. Yes.
Microphone, please.
Yeah. Please wait for the microphone. And thank you.
When you speak about stage 1, do you then mean at the level of the expression of interest?
Exactly.
Okay. And at that level, you need to have at least 2 partners.
Exactly.
Why is that? Because that's not the final consortium, or is that the beginning of a consortium, or how do you see that evolve to the final consortium?
Yeah, I think that this question of 2 is confusing. What you have to do is to look at the consortium of, again, academia, SMEs, patients organizations, sometimes regulators, other non-profit organizations, as we mentioned. And you have to put these people together with a reasonable size. Again, our recommendation is not to have a size which is not compatible with sound management, especially that after that you will have additional partners from the pharmaceutical companies. But you have from the start to look at all partners, and all partners from the academic SME, etc., have to prepare the expression of interest together. So this question of 2, that's just a legal minimum, but which is not realistic. I would forget this number of 2, and I would say, okay, you have to assemble, look at the topic, what is we are waiting for, and think about, the best partners you could have to to address the needs, and you prepare then your expression of interest. I hope this is...
Well, I thought that at stage 1 there were a lot of candidates, so many different applicants, and that would then be combined to a consortium, or they would be selected?
No. No, but thank you. I think it's very important that we all understand the same things. The competition at stage 1 is between consortiums. It's not between applicants. So when I say we can have 20 applications in cancer, it's 20 applications by 20 consortia, which means 20 consortia with, in each consortium, a number of applicants. I hope this is clear.
Just to give you a little more of information about our experience, in our consortium, the one that we presented for eTOX, for this project of the first call, we were 7 academic partners, plus 5 small medium enterprises. This was the composition of from several, 4, 5, 6 European countries. This was the consortium.
I think that's useful information. Yes, there is a question here, and then, sorry, perhaps if I may, because he has the microphone, sorry. Please go ahead.
Yes, my name is Martin Bang. I'm the coordinator of the tuberculosis project representing GlaxoSmithKline FPA. We are clearly committed in this topic, but I really like the point you made about we are not here to make the same we are currently doing. And in neglected diseases, one of the problems I see is that it's a very small world, there is underinvestment, and we wouldn't like to end doing, in a way, what we have been doing. We need really to innovate. We really need to innovate, and we really need to think out of the box and involve people who have not been involved in these diseases. My concern as industry is if we don't get the innovation in this from academia, and at the end we have to do it, what would happen if one of my members of the industrial partners, critical in the amount of contribution, decides that the winner applicant consortium is not really, proposing something that is going to remove critically this bottleneck and wants to pull out? Do we have mechanisms to delay writing the final proposal and trying to capture new groups?
I would like to know, in your experience, how much the full proposal that are now running change from the expression of interest. In other words, in the expression of interest, there were all the tools, strategy, elements that are now running in the full proposal. And so the consortia should already think about the contribution of the industry, or the industry will integrate what is missing in the expression of interest.
I think you have to look at the call topic text, which is republished, because actually the full project proposal is the marriage, if you will, what's outlined in the call topic text with the expression of interest. And what happens then is that the academia companies and the biotech companies and the pharma companies determine much more based on these 2 documents how to do it and how to work together. So in essence, it's not changing as such, it's evolving. Yeah, exactly. And you see, you have to think about then this partnership, who is doing what. And to give you, for instance, one advice, or what we have done is, you normally have that in work packages, eventually. And what we have said is, we want to have a work package leader team, an academic SME partner with a pharma partner, and they are responsible for determining the specifications of that work package, and later on, these are the empowered drivers of that work package. So it's always this collaboration effort, and it's always this putting it together.
Ferran?
Please.
Oh, no. Maybe just adding to that, you should have in mind certainly the 100% of both sides. In the expression of interest, you certainly focus more on your 50% of the applicant consortium, that's for sure. And then, as Peter said, then you do the fine-tuning of bringing both sides together. And this is also our experience, what worked very well. And we have all work packages with two responsible people, two caretakers from both sides, making sure that we run always in the same direction.
Yeah. Our experience is very similar, so the expression of interest, we already knew during the expression of interest what were the aims of the industry, because were in the description of the topic. We incorporated them into the expression of interest. We added our contributions in terms of innovative ideas that we thought that could be contributed from our side. And this was the basis for elaborating the final proposal. And once again, we, in the work packages of the final proposal, we put two responsible persons, one from the small medium enterprises or academic world, and another from the FPA companies, co-sharing each of the work packages.
Yeah, we have also the same experience of flexibility in innovation that is absolutely needed to move forward in this type of project.
Thank you. There is a question here. Oh, there is. Where? I'm lost. Where is the microphone? Who has the microphone? I saw the way. Yeah, please go ahead, please.
Okay.
Wait, Martin. Yeah,
Sorry.
It's up to you. Yeah, please go ahead.
I'm Esther van Zimmeren of the University of Leuven, Center of Intellectual Property Rights. We've already heard several times that there are some sensitivities related to intellectual property. So I would be interested in hearing from these people with experience in three different issues. First, what kind of IP was exactly put into your project? What is about patents, mostly know-how or information in databases? Then secondly, what was the relationship between public and private partners and what they put into those projects, like the background? And then and then the sensitivities that were already highlighted by Ms. Magali Panot. Did you encounter other difficulties? What were the major points in the negotiations that caused problems? Thank you.
So, would like to answer regarding IP?
Okay, in our case, I already told we had to face these issues, or we faced these issues on the basis of frank and deep discussions, and then we reached imaginative agreements that were in agreement with the general rules, but introduced special points. And these special points were in part because we were dealing with a special type of IP. This is the software. The software is different than other type of IP, and we had to take into account this when we agreed. For instance, we introduced aspects related to the payment for maintenance of the foreground from the pharma industry to the SMEs after the completion of the project, things like this. So it's possible in the framework of frank and equilibrate discussion to find solutions. This is our experience. Was not easy, I have to confess, but then it's possible.